used to call me Crazy Joe. Well, now they can call me Batman.
Good morning. Welcome back to Crazy Joe's Concession Stand. I'm Crazy Joe. Today we're going to talk about the movie Monster Summer. Monster Summer, it stars Mel Gibson and a bunch of kids I never saw before. Their names are Mason Thames, Julian Lerner, Abby James Witherspoon. I wonder if Abby James Witherspoon is related to Reese Witherspoon. I wonder if Julian Lerner is related to Michael Lerner, the actor. I don't know. But you have a bunch of kids. They this movie, here's something interesting. This movie is a period piece. It takes place in 1997. And I did not know that it was set in 1997 walking into the movie. And I don't know if they put something on the screen that said, 1997 to let you know that this is in 97. If they did, I must have looked away from the screen for a second. I must have looked down at my popcorn because I missed it. But as the movie went on, I'm sitting there watching it and saying, what year is this? Nobody has a cell phone. Like, I couldn't get a read on when this was taking place. Late in the movie, there's camcorder footage. And you remember camcorders used to timestamp the date. And I'm like, oh, it's 1997. The date's timestamped. So it's interesting. This is a period piece set in the 90s. I didn't know it was set in the 90s. And I don't know if the movie tells you, like, after the opening credits, 1997. But if they do, somehow I missed it. I don't know if I looked around the theater or what, but I missed that. But it's set on an island off the coast of Massachusetts. Nantucket, maybe? Nantucket's an island off the coast of Massachusetts. I don't know. We know they're pretty close to Boston because the kids are big fans of the Boston Red Sox, but they're on an island. And there's a witch. That's kind of the premise. There's a witch, a bunch of kids. The witch is sucking the life force out of the kids. The one kid, the main kid who wants to be a journalist, he knows it. He's aware, and he wants to stop this. There's a weird old hermit dude on the island that they're all kind of afraid of, and that's Mel Gibson. He plays Old Man Carruthers. They're all afraid of Old Man Carruthers. Well, it turns out Old Man Carruthers is a retired cop. So our main kid ends up on an adventure with this old grizzled cop played by Mel Gibson. They know something weird's going on. They're trying to expose it, and the town. The newspaper is run by King of Queens. What's his name? Kevin James. Kevin James is the newspaper editor in the town, and they go to him, and he doesn't want to hear it. But these kids keep disappearing, and they know it's the main kid knows it's a witch. Mel Gibson, he's not so sure. He's a little bit of a skeptic. He's like, you can't go around saying there's a witch, kid. But he knows something weird's going on, and they start to investigate and try to figure out what is happening on this island and how they could save the kids who are having the life force sucked out of them. Now, mind you, these kids aren't dying. They're kind of turning into zombie kids. They're there, but the lights aren't on. They're just kind of sitting there like, and you can tell there's something missing. They're not themselves. Like their spirit is gone, but they're still alive. The witch is taking this from them. So how do they expose this? How do they expose that there's a witch? How do they figure out who the witch is? This is the kind of movie we're dealing with here. It's hard for me to say whether I'd recommend this movie or not. This movie, I don't hate this movie. Like, I don't dislike. I gave it 2 out of 5 stars. I don't dislike this. It's fine. It's just very unmemorable. Like, this is the kind of movie where a couple days after you watch it, you're really not going to think about this movie again. It's not going to stick with you. You're probably not going to be like, I need to watch that again. That said, I think it's rated PG-13. It's very kid-friendly. It's a horror film, but there's not a lot of gore. It's a very safe horror film to take the kids to. So you've got that going for you. So I don't know. I might recommend this for someone who's got some young kids in the house who wants to go see something Halloween-y, wants to take the kids to see something Halloween-y, and then when you don't want to take them to something too scary. This might be perfect. I would, in a sense, compare this to Monster Squad. Monster Squad, you have a bunch of kids. They're dealing with monsters in their town. There's the scary old guy, scary German guy who they're afraid of, but he turns out to not be so bad, and he turns out to help them. Formulaically, this is a lot like the Monster Squad, but it's just not as good of a film, unfortunately. But it's fine. It's I might call this a cute horror film. It's cute. It's inoffensive. It's cute. It's decent for the kids, I would say. So yeah, not a total waste of time, but not something I'm gonna highly recommend. I'm not gonna say you got to go out and see this, or you got to rent this when it's out on streaming. If you catch it, you catch it, and it's not time that you're gonna regret having watched it. You're not gonna walk away angry, but it's just nothing special. It's the best I could say about it. Is you've seen this kind of thing before, you've seen this kind of thing done better, but it's cute. I don't know. Not a glowing review. No, it's not a glowing review, but the best I'm going to say is I don't hate this. This is fine. That's the best you're going to get out of me. One thing that's kind of interesting is this movie is directed by David Henry. I've never heard of David Henry before, but I looked him up. Apparently he's an actor, and he played his biggest claim to fame probably is that he played Ted Mosby's son on How I Met Your Mother. You remember Ted Mosby would be telling the kids the story, and you would have the shot of the kids sitting on the couch. This was the boy on the couch directed this movie. He's also had some other roles and things I didn't see. Some of them are fairly well-known movies. Grown Ups 2, Paul Blart Mall Cop 2, both of which have Kevin James. So maybe, he did a couple movies with Kevin James. I guess he's like, I know Kevin James. I'm going to put him in my movie. He also played in the recent movie Reagan, which I did not give a glowing review to. Quite frankly, I hated it. I hated it. Dennis Quaid gives a great performance. That's the only good thing I'm going to say about Reagan. But he played young Ronald Reagan in the childhood scenes. So I don't know. He's an actor who's done some stuff. And I don't know. I guess the movie's directed fine. Maybe he'll be a good director in time. This is only his second feature. It's just, it's not poorly directed. Just doesn't have a great script, I guess. Oh, there you go. Monster Summer. I'm not giving it a glowing recommendation, but it's fine. You can quote me. If you want to put a quote on the poster, you want to put a quote on the movie poster from Crazy Joe, it's fine. That's my movie quote. All right, everybody. Till next time, keep wearing those pajamas.
Keep wearing those pajamas
with the plastic feet.
Keep wearing those pajamas.
Tell everyone you meet.
Keep wearing those pajamas
with the back door flap.
Keep wearing those pajamas.
Don't open, it's a trap.
Oh no,
it's a trap. Some people call them PJs, some people call them jammies. They can come embroidered with big money and no whammies. They can have 100 tiny commander adamas, but no matter how they look, just keep on wearing those pajamas.
Keep on wearing those pajamas. Keep wearing those pajamas.
I know we're having fun.
Keep wearing those pajamas.
And now the song is done.